Hey guys, I just finished the Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life Netflix revival show recently, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Yes, I am a fan of the Gilmore Girls, and my collar is all messed up. There we go. So, yes, I do like the Gilmore Girls. I know it doesn't look like I would be a fan of the Gilmore Girls, but I am a fan of the Gilmore Girls. I find it very funny, it's witty, the writing is great. I love all the references. I take pride in the amount of references I understand. I'm sure there's a lot that I don't get, but I do get a lot of them, and they just keep coming. But yeah, I watched it recently, and I really liked it for the most part. I like how they brought you right back into the show, like it didn't go away. Like there wasn't a lot of exposition. It was just like it picked up right where it left off. Like the show had been going, still been going on, but we were just tuning in again now. And I love how they did Stars Hollow. It looked just like the perfect little town that I want to live in. And it just looked the same. Everything seemed the same. All the characters from before look the same. It's amazing how none of them have really aged much. And I really liked it. Yeah, and Luke was great, of course. Luke is my favorite character because he is the best character. And I love how he still got the. He still doesn't like cell phones, which you gotta respect that. And he has Wi Fi, but he won't give anyone the actual password to the Wi Fi. It's like, he's like, I'll have Wi Fi, but I'm not going to let anybody use it. So he just gives out fake passwords for his Wi Fi, and it's great. I just love Luke so much. It's just funny in a town full of cheery people. Like I said, like the perfect little town. There's this grumpy guy, and I just think it's great to have someone like that in a show like that. And I love him. He's a great guy with a big heart, but he's grumpy, and I love him. So it was great seeing him again. He looks the same, of course. He's with Lorelai. They're living together. And Rory's coming back. Trying to be a journalist, not working out so great. So staying back at home, even though she insists to everyone she's not. It's the thing about Rory in this. She's adorable as always, but there's something about her. She seems a little snotty to me in this. Like she feels she's too good to stay with her mom, to stay in Stars Hollow. She knows she's supposed to be doing something else, and she refuses to acknowledge the fact that, sometimes people need help. You know, sometimes you need to go back home. So, and it happens, nothing to be ashamed of, but she seems a little elitist in parts of this. But I still love her, so. And, everyone's back. Lane's back. Even Sebastian Bach is back. Yeah, Taylor, his annoying self, is back. Kirk is back. The only one that's not back, well, I'm sure there's others, but the father, Edward Herman, the main vampire from the Lost Boys. Spoilers. But yeah, he died in between the the end of the show, the original run of the show's 7 seasons, and the revival that just started again. And they pay tribute to him in the show, and his death. Lorelai's father, Emily's husband, Rory's grandfather. His death kind of looms over the show, like he's very much still in the show, but even though he's not in the show, if you know what I mean. His death plays a big part in their lives, and I like how they did that, because it would take. I mean, I lost my dad myself, and it's not a day goes by where it's not affecting my life in some way or another, and they acknowledge that in the show, and I think it's great. Yeah, there's things I don't like about it. I'm too much like I brought up Rory's snottiness, and the first episode, Winter, because they're all like movie length, and they take place in a certain season. Each one, winter, spring, summer, fall. The winter one I really liked a lot. That was the first one. Spring and summer were pretty good too, but not as good as winter. And then fall had some confusing, like the first half of it kind of confused me a bit, but I loved the second half. So, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it felt like I was watching another season of the Gilmore Girls, which is fine with me, you know. And what else do I have to say about this? I love all the people they brought back. They brought back pretty much everybody, like I said. And they even go back to Chilton, the school where Rory went, Rory and Paris. And Paris is in it too. And I love Luke living with Lorelai is pretty amusing, considering her way of life is very different from his, and her way of thinking is very different from his. And the fact that they get along so well and are in this relationship is great. So, you know, as you might have guessed already, there's some spoilers. There's been a lot of talk about these 4 last words. The supposed last words that the creators of the show, I forget her name, Amy Sherman Palladino, and her husband, whatever. These 4 words supposedly are what they always wanted to end the show on. And if I remember correctly, it's, "Hey Mom, I'm pregnant," or something, are the last 4 words. And then the show just ends. And it's a cool way to end it, but in another way, it's kind of annoying because we don't know. We're assuming it's Logan's kid. Ugh. I do not like Logan. And that's what I'm assuming because, you know, she has this boyfriend. I forgot her name. See, I forget his name. That should tell you something because everyone in the show forgets everything about her boyfriend, and she keeps forgetting to break up with him. So she's cheating on her boyfriend with Logan, who's also engaged. And it's another thing that kind of bugs me about Rory, and that she seems to not have a whole lot of guilt about this, where I feel like in the show she would. But yeah, I'm assuming she's Logan's kid. She has Logan's kid. And that's how they end it, and it kind of sucks because they're probably not going to have any more, so we'll probably never know for sure. And Luke mentions that he's friends with Kiefer Sutherland, and he's inviting him to the wedding with Lorelai. And I was hoping they'd show the wedding, and maybe Kiefer Sutherland would do a guest spot, but they didn't really show the wedding, so. But it's still cool. It had its, you know, sad moments and everything, but a lot of laughs. And yeah, you know, I really like this show. It's really good. I'm a man, and I like the Gilmore Girls, so deal with it. I don't know what guilty pleasures are. I'm not guilty about anything I like. So I like Little House on the Prairie too. I love that damn show. So someone start streaming that show, please. All right. I know I didn't give out too much. There's a few spoilers in there, but I really recommend it. You should watch it. If you like the show, you will like this because it's basically the show. It really is. Like, barely anything has changed except for her father's, you know, Richard Gilmore's death. So, hold on. I just want to figure out if there's anything else I want to talk about. I don't think there is. But yeah, it's great. I know I'm missing some stuff I wanted to talk about, but I hit some good points. So, watch this show. Or movies, or whatever you want to call them. They're each like movie length. There's 4 of them, so they're all on Netflix now. Have fun watching these. Don't be ashamed to like the Gilmore Girls. If you're a man or whoever you are, it's totally fine. It's a really good show. So, have a great day, everybody. Peace.